Welcome back to HR Nightmares, where we discuss HR nightmare stories from a perspective of an expert who actually has common sense. Let's get into it. We had a female vice president go out on maternity leave for 6 months. 3 months in, her boss actually quit and they needed to promote his replacement. One of the woman's peers was given the job. When she heard this, she was suddenly back in the office, raging about being discriminated against because she was on maternity leave. She hadn't been at work for months. She wasn't coming back to work for several months, but she still felt like she was entitled to promotion to a job that she had no intention of doing for several months to come. She threatened to sue for discrimination and started spending time in the office, even though she was still on maternity leave. She was cornering people and trying to get them to write statements supporting her. Eventually, Human Resources turned off her key card to keep her from harassing people, and she kept sneaking in by following others through the front door. HR finally intervened and told her that if she wanted to sue the company, she would have to go through her lawyer and gather statements and a deposition the proper way. She stopped coming in until the end of her maternity leave, and she finally let it go, or so we thought. Except that when she was back to work, she wasn't really interested in working and pulled the I'm a mother, so my family comes first card. Clearly, the person writing this is a fucking hater. I don't think she worked a single 8-hour day for several months, and she was also a vice president, so she had some significant company responsibilities. She was demoted to an individual contributor role, basically a 3-grade demotion, and I assume the intent of this was to get her to quit, but she refused to do, and she started working from home permanently. The company agreed to this, and she continued to do zero work for a couple more months until she was finally fired. If this company did have an open and fair process and did not allow this person to interview like everyone else, that is actually discrimination. Being on an approved federal or state leave does not stop you from being involved in a process or getting a promotion. So, yes, this definitely 100% could be considered discrimination. But I think she was also wrong in coming back to the office, and the HR person should have made that very clear to her that once you are on a leave, your key card should not work. You should not be able to pop back up because you're not supposed to be working, right? And if this person was salaried, anything that they do relative to the job is considered work underneath the FLSA.